You and me, let's be tight.
What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. For you guys that are new here, my name is Jasmine, and in today's video, as you can tell by the title, we are using one brand only, and it's all e.l.f. cosmetics. I just needed to see how these products worked. So if you want to catch up with me or see how to get this full beat face for a drugstore affordable price, keep on watching. Let's just get straight into it. I picked up a new e.l.f. primer, but I am also going to be using the Poreless Putty primer. The first primer is called the Glow Up Primer Serum. So this is kind of like what it says, a hydrating glowy primer. If you look at it, it has like gold reflex in it. So I'm just using this hydrating primer because my face is feeling a little bit dry. It feels really tacky, but it also feels like it's like a serum. So where it like melts into your skin, if that makes sense. So I kind of like this. And then like I said, I am going to go in with the e.l.f. Poreless Putty primer. A lot of you have probably heard of this. This is basically like a dupe for the Tatcha Silk Canvas. So that's kind of why I went and dove back into this. I do have a first initial review on this product, and I'll link it somewhere here in the video or down below. But I'm gonna place this in my T-zone because that's where I get the most oily, and I also have the most pores like in my cheek and T-zone area. As you guys have known in my previous tutorial, I've been color correcting. I don't have like a color corrector from e.l.f. I think they do have a color correcting palette, but when I went to go get my like e.l.f. products, I couldn't find one. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use my LA Girl Pro Conceal. Okay, so as you can see, I've color corrected everywhere that I need. As you can see, it's mostly like my lower half of my face. This is where I get the most scarring and the most dark spots. So whenever I break out, because I have acne prone skin, I always get a dark spot. It doesn't matter if I've only had the breakout for one day or a week, I'm still gonna get dark spots. So to help just correct those and just bring a little bit more light to my skin, I go ahead and color correct. So I'm just gonna go into my Morphe E23 brush, and I'm really just going to kind of tap this into my skin. Okay, so look how color corrected this side of my face looks. Like, it looks so much more even, and on this side it just looks very patchy. I kind of wanted to try a new way of doing my makeup. I've been watching a lot of makeup tutorials, like of makeup artists, not like beauty influencers, because beauty makeup artists like that are on YouTube and then like actual makeup artists do things completely different. So I kind of want to try a new way of doing my face routine. So as you guys have noticed probably, I don't really switch up the steps of how I apply product onto my face or anything. Basically, you put your concealer and cream contour on before you put your foundation on. Okay, so I just applied a little bit of my lip balm. This is the Laneige, I don't know if that's how you say it, Lip Glowy Balm, and this just really hydrates my lips. Lately I just have been needing a lot of hydration. I'm like SpongeBob when he's getting taken out of the water.
I don't need it. I need it!
So as you guys know, I have used the e.l.f. Hydrating Concealers. I have not tried the matte ones. I just tend to go for more of a hydrating kind of concealer whenever I put anything under my eyes. I don't know. But I have a few shades here. I have medium sand, light beige, and medium peach. So what I'm thinking I'm going to use is actually light beige. Let's get into this. So I'm just gonna go ahead and place this down. I'm gonna be a little bit generous with this and take it up on the sides of my nose, so it's gonna look something like that. So lately, I don't know if you guys are into like reading or whatever, but I actually got Audible, which you guys probably have seen. This is not sponsored by Audible. I'm just talking about my personal experience, but I really actually enjoy it. So like for me, I'm a very busy person, so for me to like sit down and actually read a book is kind of hard sometimes. So I ended up downloading Audible, and I am actually like really pleasantly surprised at how much I've been using it. What I like to do is sometimes when I'm at Target, I'll go into the book section, and if I see some books that I think are kind of up my alley of like how I like to read, I'll go ahead, add them to my wish list, and then when I go home, I add them all on my Audible account. And yeah, I just have been using it a lot lately. I actually just finished the book called Unfuck Yourself by Gary John Bishop. It is such a good book. I just happened to come across it and I was like, oh, this sounds kind of interesting. So I downloaded it and I literally read it within 2 days. Like I was like doing laundry and listening to it. I was doing my makeup and listening to it. I was driving to like in the mornings when I go for Starbucks, I'll pop it on and listen to it in the car. And it was just like so like invigorating, so refreshing to hear another person's perspective on life. And just, it was really eye-opening how we can really get sucked into the social norms of just like everyday living and kind of how to break out of that cycle. If you are looking for something to like really motivate you or get you out of your little funk, or you just want to be successful and feel like a badass while doing it, this book is for you. Honestly, it was just such a good book, but I just had to talk about that book because like I bookmarked so many things that he said like while he was reading, and it was just, oh my gosh. I feel like he actually like understood what I was going through. So definitely check it out if you guys are interested. Even just getting the actual book itself, I'm pretty sure they have it at Target. Now I'm reading The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck by Mark Manson, and I'm like 1/4 through, and he is just so funny. How he explains things is just so blunt and so real, and I just love it. I love that he doesn't hold back. He's not censored. If you're into reading or anything, just definitely pick up a book. Don't be afraid to work your brain. Don't be afraid to, you know, take some time and read and just try to enlighten yourself about anything. I feel like you're never too old to stop learning. Like you can learn something new every day. So definitely check that out, because I was just like, wow, why didn't I get Audible sooner? Like I know I was late to the party, but like damn, I didn't know it was that late.
No time to say hello, goodbye, I'm late.
Okay, so now I'm gonna go into the e.l.f. Cream Contour Palette. This is what she looks like, super cute. As you can see, I've already used this, and the 2 shades that I go in is this one and then this one. I haven't used or dipped into like the super dark shade or even the yellow shade, but the yellow shade seems like it'd be a cute kind of highlighting moment. But I'm actually gonna go into this color right here, and I'm going on a Esam G29 brush. Let me tell you, you guys, this contour, like this cream contour, is so creamy and good. It blends out so nice, and I've really been enjoying it. I've used it almost like 5 times since I've been kind of testing these products out. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm feeling a lot better. In my previous video, I know I probably seem like I'm a little bit down and just kind of like, I don't even know how to describe it, but I was just kind of going through like a little funk. I mean, everyone goes through them. I just sometimes let things get to me, and I try to be like strong for other people, but I eventually end up hurting myself. It's hard for me to multitask like and talk and keep consistently talking with you guys while I am doing my makeup. But I'm basically just outlining all the areas that I want to contour. Nothing new here, guys. Basically, I'm just doing everything that I would do if I already had foundation on. Face is looking pretty crazy, not gonna lie. This is pretty questionable. And if you guys are doing your makeup along with me, we're in this together. So I think I'm gonna blend my cream contour first, and then I'll go ahead and blend the concealer. So I'm taking my Japanese 718 brush. This is like a little dome brush. I really like this to blend out my contour, and like look how nicely that is blending out, you guys. The blendability of this is just A1, like A1 steak sauce. Like it's just really good. So I'm just gonna go ahead, quickly give myself a little blend. And it might look like a really crazy right now, but when I was watching videos on this, it always looks like this, and then the end result, you're just like, oh snap, like That's So Raven type of moment. Oh snap! I like to push the product in and up when I'm doing my cream contour. This is something new that I've been doing, and if you have uneven lips, contouring around them kind of like this will help them look more symmetrical. Now I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. sponge. This I think is like $5, super affordable. So I am going to actually take a little bit of that light beige concealer and pop it onto my blender like so, just because I hate going in with a clean blender, and we're just going to start blending. So this highlighting shade might look like it's a little too light for me, but like honestly it all comes together. There is no rules to makeup, okay? Well, besides like blending, just make sure your shit is blended. That's all I care for. The foundation that I picked up is the Flawless Finish Foundation by e.l.f. I got it in the color Cashew, which is medium with olive undertones. This is an oil-free satin finish, and I have used this before, but I just want to show you guys personally what it looks like. I have my e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush. I'm gonna take some of that like this and just start dotting it on here. So I will say the thing that I don't really like about this foundation is how it smells. It has like this overly fragrancy kind of smell. I just don't really care for it. I could do without it. It kind of smells like paint. But I will say the foundation, if you guys can see, it's not too bad. It's not giving me like full coverage or anything like that. Like I can definitely see, you know, a little bit of my skin peeking through. For $6 or $6 or $5, I mean, it's not bad at all. But I will say there are a lot better options in the drugstore if you're looking for a foundation. One of my favorite foundations is actually Maybelline Fit Me. The coverage, insane. The color range, insane. It's a really good foundation. This one, I just feel like it's mediocre for me. All right, so this is what the complexion is looking like. It's not too bad. Next thing I'm gonna go into is the Halo Glow setting powder. So e.l.f. came out with a Halo Glow setting powder, and supposedly it's kind of like a luminous finishing setting powder. I have used this before and I think it's actually pretty good, but like I said, I'm gonna let you guys see everything and how it works on camera and form your own opinion about it. I really enjoy this setting powder. I am gonna bring some on the sides of my nose here. I'm also going to bring some on this side of my nose. It's a very lightweight feeling powder too, which I really like. I didn't really bake with this powder. I kind of just pressed it in and let it do its thing. I didn't set my forehead yet because I'm gonna actually go ahead off camera, pop on some brows, and then we'll get into the eyes. So I actually picked up this palette, e.l.f. Retro Paradise. It looks like this. She is so stunning, you guys. Like, oh my goodness. Let's get into these colors. So beautiful. I did already play with this palette, so I actually posted a look using this palette and using kind of like all of the colorful shadows in here. So definitely check me out on Instagram. I'll go ahead and post a little screenshot of your girl's IG. So I'm always posting looks on there. I also always post like fashion inspo, and yeah, so definitely feel free to check me out on IG. But today I want to kind of go in with the more neutral tones of this palette. So I have used this, like I said before, I used all the colorful shades and they performed really nicely. So I think what I'm gonna go ahead and do is go into this shade right here. It's called Canvas, and I'm gonna go on a E23 Morphe brush. This is just gonna be kind of like my transitional shade, and I'm actually going to get into this color Dijon. That looks like my jam. So it's kind of like a mustardy tan yellow. I'm gonna go in the same brush and go right over that. There is some fallout with these shades, but they perform amazing. amazing. And I'm just kind of running this into my crease area. And I really love that mustard shade. I love how it's kind of like neutral mustard, not like that yellow mustard. Okay, so I'm gonna go into Caliente. I'm gonna take my MAC 224 brush and I am going to kind of stamp this directly into my crease and just do small circular motions, kind of tuck this into the outer corner here. I think what I'm gonna do is go into this color Spiced. I don't know why, but it's like calling to me.
Hello, it's me.
I'm gonna go into a Morphe M514 and I'm gonna pop it right onto this outer corner. Ooh, that gave it to me. I'm trying to think, do I want to keep this like a cut crease type of moment, or do I want to halo it? Halo, halo, halo. So we're gonna focus that into that inner corner of our eye right here and start making that halo eye. So I'm actually going to go into Rise and Shine.
Rise and shine.
And this is just like a goldish kind of color. I really like it. It's like a yellowy gold. Go straight into that bad boy and pop this into the middle of my eye here. But I want to focus it, like really focus it right here on that top part of my eye. So I'm going into my Smashbox flat brush. This doesn't have a number on it because it's rubbed off. And I'm just going to stamp that a little higher. These shadows perform so well, you guys. Like, for the price of this palette and how fun it is and just the concept behind it, I feel like it's just an awesome palette to just pick up. And I'm just going back into Spiced and I'm just adding a little bit of that back in to deepen up. All right, you guys, so I think this is gonna be my completed eye look. I'm gonna go ahead, finish this eye off camera, pop on some lashes, and then we can go ahead and get into the rest of the face. The lashes that I'm using today are from Falsy Holic in the style Emma. And their packaging is so cute, you guys. Like, I love the lilac aesthetic of it. I think these lashes look so cute with this look. And besides that, I also finished my bottom lash line. So I just took all the colors that we used from this palette, and I also popped in a yellow cream eyeliner on my waterline. I'm thinking of using this color right here, Sea Salt, and I'm just gonna go ahead and pop that in my inner corner. I'm gonna go ahead and use the e.l.f. Mineral Bronzer. This is what it looks like. And I have mine in the color Forever Sunkissed. So I'm gonna take that on my Morphe M527 brush, and I'm just going to bronze my face. So this is just gonna give me like a light wash of color back into my skin, because if you can tell, I'm looking a little pale. And this bronzer is so good. I've used it so many times and I cannot put it down. And then we're gonna go into blush. This is what mine looks like. I got mine in like a peachy toned color. I'm gonna go ahead and take that with my Esam G53 brush. And you see the little sheen that's in it? Oh my gosh, I've never had a blush be so matte, but then there's like a sheen on my face. I'm gonna go into the e.l.f. highlighter, and this is in the shade White Gold. This is just stunning. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is just so buttery and so smooth. Okay, so I'm gonna use the e.l.f. highlighting brush. Before I go ahead and pop on my highlighter, I'm gonna go in with some MAC Fix Plus, just because I need to like refresh my face. So give me a sec. Now, while that is still kind of tacky on my face, I am going to go in, spray a little bit on my brush with my highlight, tap it off, and go straight in. This just melts straight into your face, you guys. Ooh, there she is. I'm gonna go ahead and use that same highlighter and pop that on my nose. This actually turned out kind of cute, you guys. Kind of cute. Oh, I'm like, okay. Okay, Okay, so I actually got this bundle from the e.l.f. Retro Paradise collection, and it came with these 4 lip liners. So 3 of them are kind of nude, and then the last one is kind of like a bright pink. And then it also came with a lip gloss. So for lip liner, I'm gonna go in with a little bit deeper of a color and go in with the darkest lip liner. Oh yeah, that's better. So I'm gonna go ahead and go into my e.l.f. Satin lipstick. Super cute packaging. I love how just like dainty it is. And this is in the color Cream. And I'm just gonna go ahead and pop this on. I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. Retro Paradise Dream On lip gloss. Just my initial thought of the gloss is I don't really like it. I hate how chunky the glitter is. That's the only complaint I have with this gloss, is it has such chunky glitter that I can feel the grittiness on my lips. Lastly, I did want to get my hands on the e.l.f. Dewy setting spray, but it just hasn't come in the mail yet, so I didn't have it in time. So instead, I'm just going to use the e.l.f. Soothing Aloe Mist as like my setting spray. While that's soaking up in my skin, I'm gonna hop off really quick, change my outfit, and then come back and then share my final thoughts. All right, you guys, so I went ahead, threw on this cute shirt. I think it complements my eye look really nicely. It is actually from Shop Pretty is Power. I do have a discount code with them in case you guys wanna save some money off. And yeah, I am just so obsessed with how my makeup came out today. Let's just get straight into my final thoughts. So definitely by far, if you are going to get anything from this video, this palette is literally everything. I loved it. I've played with the bright colors and now I've played with the neutral colors, and I can honestly say for $14, this palette is by far one of the best drugstore palettes that I've used. I would definitely recommend getting this palette. Also, you need these 3 in your life: the bronzer, the highlight, and the blush. These powder formulations are just A1. I know I keep saying it, but these are so good, you guys. And then also, I absolutely loved the lip liners and the Satin Cream lipsticks. Such a nice formulation. They are so nice and lightweight on the lips. Another standout product, definitely the cream bronzer. I feel like this is such a cute little starting cream bronzer moment. I also really liked the Halo Glow setting powder. My eyes are so airbrushed, and don't even get me started with the sponge. Y'all already know I've used this multiple times in my other videos, and this is super good as well. Both of the primers worked really good for me. I love this primer serum. I'm gonna have to use this by itself, like just on my no makeup days, because it gives such a nice luminosity to the skin. I feel like I had a lot of hits for this video. So the misses for me was definitely the foundation. This Flawless Finish foundation just was not my vibe personally. I feel like if you're like a very more natural type of girl, maybe you would like this. I'm just used to having more fuller coverage foundation, and I just feel like my face could be a lot smoother. I don't know, there's a lot of things of like why I just wasn't sitting right with the foundation. And then I also explained I don't like the gloss. It's just too chunky for me. I do like how it looks on my lips, but that gritty feeling, I can't get over the gritty feeling. That's the only thing that I'm just like, no. So yeah, that pretty much sums up my thoughts of everything. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I had so much fun just playing with all of these products. I thought this was just like really nice and refreshing for me to just use one brand. So I definitely feel like I'm gonna do more of these in the future. I'm thinking of doing a ColourPop one next. Sound off in the comments down below if you would like to see a full brand of ColourPop. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and last but least, hit that subscribe button before you leave. Turn on that little bell so that way you'll be notified every single time that I upload a new video. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!